everyone, this is Hope from Pros Before Bros, and I know I was supposed to put up a video during the weekend. Unfortunately, life happened. I actually went to go visit my grandniece and spent a couple days with her and, of course, her mom, my niece, and it was a lot of fun. But then I came back to the real world and I didn't have time to make a video. So I'm here to make one today, and what I'm going to be talking about is the Second Star box. As you can tell, I've already ripped open the box a little bit because I don't want you guys to see me struggling opening the box. I know that some of you might love coming here and watching me struggle to open these subscription boxes, but I know that a majority of you probably do not care as long as the box gets open. So I went ahead and opened that off camera. That way I could kind of get prepped. And yeah, let's go ahead and open this box. I guess I could tell you about the theme of the box, right? If you haven't, figured out what the theme is. The Second Star Books April theme is Love Like Crazy. And if you're familiar with this box, you know that this particular box has gone through an evolution of different boxes over time. First, they had a box very similar to Owlcrate where it was an easy open. Then they had a box that was like a terrible nightmare to open. Beautiful because it had like the Second Star logo on it, but it was just a beast to open. So they recently, to kind of save on the shipping costs and put their money into different facets, Paulin, Ohio, you just gotta love it. To put their money towards different facets, they went ahead and kind of did like the standard white box with the pretty sticker on it. So each month it comes with the sticker of the theme. The box itself is $28.99 a month. That's excluding shipping and handling. So roughly you're looking at, well, round it off to about $32 a month. So with this box, you get a candle, and it's a 6-ounce Woodwick soy-based candle. You get a hardcover book, and usually it will come with a signed book plate depending on the quantity and the demand of the publisher. Now, there are times when they don't have those signed book plates. With, I think it was February, we had a book called Enchante that came out that's very popular right now. A lot of people were trying to get their hands on it, and they simply had too much demand at the publisher to get book plates into the box. So there are times where book plates won't be inside the box for the signage. I don't know what that noise was, but we're just going to disregard it. So there are times where you won't have the signed book plates, but it's very, very rare when it does happen. But yeah, we'll go ahead and crack this open and take a look at it. And like I said, I kind of sort of cheated and opened the label. That way I could get my little hands on here a little bit sooner. And honestly, that didn't work out in my favor because I'm still struggling to open it. Here we go. All right, so it comes with lovely tissue paper. I'm going to sit this bad boy right here. The first thing I'm going to go for, I see something unusual that I've never seen in this box, but we're going to go with the usual here. And that is the candle itself. Now, the candle, I believe, is made by the people at Second Star Books. And when I say by the people, I'm primarily talking about the one person that I think runs the whole operation, and her name is Ray. Ray's awesome. There's been so many times that I've had to reach out with questions about the box, a little more clarification about the box, and she is very quick to respond. She usually tries to respond within the same business day if she can. But the book, let's see, the bookish candle of this month is Under the Willows, and it smells like peach, mandarin, and vanilla. So it comes with these cute little stickers on top. Like I said, it is a 6-ounce candle. and it's got this cute little label. It's bookish candles for bookish people. Now, Ray also does have another, Jazz actually has 2 boxes. One's a quarterly box, and then the other one is a monthly melt box that's exclusively just candles. So definitely check that out. If you have an opportunity, all you have to do is Google Second Star Books, and that will take you right to it. But we'll just go ahead and crack this open. Take a look. If I could get it. There we go. So this is what the candle looks like. You can see the wood wick in there. It's a pretty orange. And it smells so freaking good. It's 2 of my favorite scents of all time. I don't really care necessarily for vanilla. Vanilla's whatever. It's vanilla. But I do love peach and I love mandarin. I love these kind of candles. I like to keep these up in my bedroom. Sometimes I'll put them in the bathroom. So the bathroom continuously is fresh despite having my husband in there. So yeah, I do like to keep these on hand. And a lot of my family really love these candles. They always ask me where I get these, and I have to say I get them in my book box that you guys make fun of me about. So, all right. The next thing I got here is, like I said, this is unusual because I've never seen this inside the book box before. And it's a little pouch thing. This is the first one I've ever seen in this particular box. So we'll just go ahead and crack this open. And it's got a sticker. Well, no, not a sticker. What is this thing called? You know, one of those thingamajigs. It tells you what it is, I suppose. And yeah, it's a car air freshener. So before entering your vehicle, unscrew silver top and remove plastic plug. Replace the top and gently tilt the freshener to the side to wet the wood wick with fragrance. Do not tip toward the sides where the strings are or it may leak out. Reinsert plastic cap to avoid any spills. Repeat whenever you need to refresh your scent. Clean any spills immediately. The oil may ruin services if left. Yeah. Keep out of reach of pets and kids. So let's go ahead and get this out. All right. So it's got this little doodad on it. I guess you could just hang this right off of your dash, perhaps. And I do see where this wood wick thing is. I'm trying to see if I can get this off without causing chaos. Oh, you know what? I have to take, I gotta think. You gotta think, Hope. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So it looks like that's the wood part here. I'm afraid. I'm going to do something wrong. Okay, and there's the plug. Oh, that is going to be fun to try to take off and not spill on me. You know what? I don't trust myself. But that's what it looks like, and I'm going to just have to deal with that at a later date. Because I'm not going to, knowing my luck, I'm going to spill it all over me, and then my husband's going to have an allergic reaction, and that's not going to be fun. I don't want to spend my day at the hospital. I already left said hospital. I had to go get blood work done. Look what they did to my freaking hand, by the way. It's like blown up. They hit a vein when they were trying to get blood from me today. And I'm just like, oh man, now it looks like I've been pummeled. It's not a good situation when you're diabetic. You always run into some sort of crazy scenario. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and just stick this back in here. And I'll play around with that later. Because I don't want to mess up the moment. I don't want to mess up the experience. Stick that right back in its lovely bag, and I'll put the card inside the bag as well. That way I can remember, well, try to remember how to do this. So, very cute idea. Like I said, Ray has never done that before, at least with the boxes that I've had. So it's kind of refreshing to see something a little bit different. I do believe that this might be a replacement for the pins that she usually does. She usually does really cute, customized pins, but she's been having some issues with that lately, so I think she might have wanted to venture out a little bit, do something different, and I applaud her. Good job. All right, so the next thing, without looking, is going to be the book plate. I have a hiccup, excuse me. This is actually beautiful. It's a wood plate, excuse me. And she always sends out these really gorgeous wood plates, but I think this one has to be my favorite, you guys. And obviously, it's a guitar. I love these. It's like ASMR, you guys. I can't do it as good as everybody else can, but whatever. Melted at any. She's the bomb when it comes to this stuff. She does it quite a bit inside her videos, and she's got like the fingernail tapping thing going. It's great. Yeah, check her out. But it looks like on the back we have the quote from Johnny Cash. They're powerful, those songs. At times they've been my only way back, the only door out of the dark. Bad places, the black dog comes home. All right, and that's what it looks like. And I love Johnny Cash. I grew up on Johnny Cash, so this is definitely going to be in my favorite bookmark section. And I probably won't use these outside my house because I'm terrified I'm going to lose them. So there you have it. And of course, I'm going to set this to the side. This is the little card that we get. The little card will give us an explanation of the book. It will kind of give us spoilers. I'm setting this aside for later, and we'll talk about why I'm setting this aside here in just a moment, besides the spoilers. So the last thing we got here is the book. I will tell you that I have heard that the book, Ray kept on saying inside her spoilers that was like loosely based on a true story, or it was inspired by true events. And judging by what I've seen, obviously you guys saw the sticker on the front, you've seen the book plate, it has something to do with music. That's what really intrigued me to this particular box for this month. So always the books come like this. They are wrapped in a little mystery bag. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open. There we go. And just reach in here. And I have a feeling I know what this book is because I had to talk myself out of buying this said book because I had a feeling that this was going to be inside the box I was going to get. So, and sure enough, I was right. So this book has been making its way on Bookstagram. I almost said Bookstagram. I guess it has been on Bookstagram too, and on BookTube. And that book is You'd Be Mine by Erin Hahn. So you guys probably have seen this floating around. I know that Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads talked about it. There's a few other big name booktubers that discussed it as well. And this book is loosely based, from what I can gather, on a country music singer. And let me just take a little peek-see here. Yeah, it looks like one is like country music royalty. She was born into it. And then the love interest is a country music superstar. So basically their lives collide and romantic things come afoot and the complications come afoot or whatnot. But yeah, that's what the cover looks like. And judging by the way this reads, I have a feeling that it's based on the Carters. Johnny Cash, obviously, and the Carters, June Carter in particular. And with this particular book, we did get a signed book plate. It's going to be hard for me to focus on it. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit because it is written. The autograph is actually in gold. So I'm going to just set that aside. And then I'll fix that into my book at some point. I'm very particular about how I fix them in my book. And to me, it's like a process. It drives everybody nuts how particular I am with this stuff. But this also came with a little letter, looks like. It's also not handwritten. It's a phototype. It's a photocopy. There we go. I'm getting old here. And it is just a letter from the author. I'm so tired, you guys. And let's see here. So I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I'll read the part that focuses on the story, where it came about. See, I've always been a sucker for the Cinderella trope. The famous guy falls for the girl next door, and of course it's delightfully relatable. That said, I was also sick to death of it. The answer came to me late one fall evening in 2016. I was watching a documentary about the early origins of country music and the Carter family. Every bit of it had me totally enraptured, but then they talked about June Carter Cash, and there was Johnny Cash on the screen, discussing the first time he met Ma Carter and June. He spoke about how they were the legends in his eyes, and I was floored completely. Here was the man in black himself in awe of someone else. It seemed, I can't talk. It set the wheels to turning in my brain. What if a female protagonist was the legend in my story? What if she was famous and the love interest had to metaphorically jog along to keep up with her and her rising star? Out of that grew Annie Mathers and Clay Coolidge. Annie is the daughter of country music's biggest tragedy, hidden away from the bright lights of Nashville with her grandparents in Michigan until she graduates from high school and decides she can't fight her desire for the spotlight anymore. Clay's an Indiana farm boy with golden vocals and oozing charisma that does little to cloak the demons that fight to sink his career along. Oh, wait. I read that too fast. To sink his career before it has a chance to take off. In order to save his image, Annie is invited, along with her band consisting of her cousin Casey Mathers and best friend Jason Diaz, to open for Clay on his summer tour. Immediately, Casey and Clay's oldest friend and fiddle player Fitz hit it off, but there's something tangible between the headliners too. Annie wants nothing to do with her parents' legacy of messy love, and Clay's not clear on what he wants, but one thing is for sure, their summer is going to be one for the charts. Okay, so it does have that vibe of June Carter and Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was very, very controversial when he first came out on the scene. A lot of people didn't really go for him, and June was kind of there to work out the finesse, so to speak. So I am really excited about this book. I have my concerns. There was a couple of booktubers that I hold very high up in terms of respect, that I know that have very good taste in music and such. Let's back up. In books, and a couple of them DNF'd this book. They said it kind of dragged at first, but you guys know me. Besides the hiccups, you know me. I'm going to probably sit down and enjoy this book regardless and give it a fair shot. It sounds like it is right up my alley in terms of music and just the romance factor and just, yeah. I'm excited about it. So I can't wait to read this and share my thoughts with you on this. Share my thoughts with you guys on this. My God, hope learn how to talk. All right. So we'll go back to the card here. Like I said, this card always comes with it, with the box, and it does go into the spoiler. So it tells you what the book is. Also tells you what is inside the box, but ultimately it gives information on an ebook. Now with this particular box, you do get an ebook each month that comes along with it, so it's a free ebook. Usually Ray will put that information down here in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. But it looks like due to a mainstream publisher oversight, I guess, it looks like they had to pull the book at the last minute. I don't know the details of it, so I don't want to get anything started on that. But it looks like they do have a surprise ebook coming to our email inbox at some point. So it works just like this. So we get the box 1 week. About a week or two later, we'll get an email from Second Star Books saying, here's your link for your free book this month. Enjoy. You download it onto your Kindle or, whatever e-reader that you choose. If it's a cell phone, whatever, you download it and you have that book just like you would with any other ebook. And I've actually gotten quite a few good ebooks based on this. So I really do enjoy having the ebooks come with this subscription as well. It is really a good value in my opinion. So with this box, it is kind of an indie box as well. You do get a mixture of well-known authors. You get some bestsellers here and there. But it does seem like Ray does cater to some of the indie or lesser known books that's hitting the market. So I really do appreciate that about this box. Yeah, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the unboxing. And let me know if you guys have this box and what your thoughts were about this month's box. I know that they are going to be coming up to their 1-year anniversary. And I also know that in my last book talk, which I believe was it Friday? It wasn't Friday. It was sometime last week. I reached out to you guys and I talked to you about possibly putting my book boxes on hiatus until I could get caught up on some of these boxes. I am going to retract that a little bit. I think I'm going to stick around for the May subscription box at Second Star and see what that has to offer because that is their 1-year anniversary. After that, I'm taking a little bit of break from the book unboxings and just kind of focusing on reading and doing what I came here to do initially. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this box or any future boxes that you may be getting from Second Star. I really appreciate your feedback or just your intellect, if you will. If you've read the book already, tell me what your thoughts are about that as well. I am eager to talk to other people about what their thoughts were about this book. Like I said, I've had a couple people say that they loved it. I've had a couple people say that they couldn't finish it. So I'll leave that there. And yeah, that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for another video here sooner. I hope, hopefully this weekend. We'll see. Thank you so much. Bye.